The Uxbridge Update on Uxbridge FM.
Hi and a warm welcome to this week's Uxbridge Update, covering what's going on around Uxbridge this week. The forecast is looking pretty hot for the weekend, so let's enjoy those outdoor events this week. First off though, we're indoors. Proscenium Theatre Company present The Thrill of Love at the Compass Theatre from Wednesday 26th through to Saturday 29th. Ruth Ellis was the last woman to be hanged in Britain after murdering her lover. The play explores details of her story that eventually led to the abolition of the death penalty. Now, how about a nice evening of folk music? The monthly Uxbridge Folk Club takes place on Thursday the 27th. Here's Peter Slavid, who runs the night.
Coming up this Thursday at Uxbridge Folk Club, we have 3 acts for the price of 1. We start with talented singer-songwriter Craig Joyner, and then on tour from America, some lovely songs from Michelle Lewis, and finally toe-tapping tunes from a club favourite, Threaded. Come and join us. We're in the RNA Club at Hillingdon Circus, just down the hill from Hillingdon Tube Station, and you'll find all the details at our website bit.do/uxfolk. Hope to see you on Thursday.
On to Friday 28th, and the Chiltern Open Air Museum have open air theatre with the Handlebards performing Much Ado About Nothing. The Handlebards are the world's first cycling theatre company. They pedal from venue to venue with all the set, the props and costumes necessary to perform environmentally sustainable Shakespeare across the globe, and that kicks off at 6 p.m. Tropic at Ruislip have South Coast Soul Review on Friday the 28th, a high-energy, fully live band playing classic and contemporary soul and funk. We've got Recollection at the Dolphin in Uxbridge from 9 p.m. on Friday 28th, playing rock, pop and rock and roll from the 60s right up to the present day. And Whelan's in Uxbridge host Rake the Ashes. They're a 4-piece ballad group from Dublin. They're on from 10 p.m. Moving on to Saturday the 29th, the Crafty Community Cafe is on at Hayes End Community Centre from 10 till 12. Learn how to make, do and mend, upcycle and recycle. Bring along your projects and some help and encouragement for others. Cranford Park have a photography walk from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. on Saturday 29th. Photographer Toby van der Velde leads a workshop and guided walk showing how to take inspirational photographs of Cranford Park's landscape, wildlife and man-made features. Bring your camera or mobile phone and book a place by emailing secretary@cranfordparkfriends.org. It's the Love Uxbridge Live Music Weekend. Both days, all around the High Street. There's jazz, choral, swing and covers bands. Sunday at midday, there's a chance to hear musical talent from local musicians at the music stage. The Vine Inn at Hillingdon Hill is closing for refurbishment on Saturday, with 20% off food, 10% off drinks, and all stock must go. There's karaoke from 8 p.m. with a free shot for every singer. Ivor Heath Drama Club are performing James and the Giant Peach again this weekend. 2 performances on Saturday at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. That's at the New Village Hall in Ivor Heath. At Mecca Bingo in Hayes on Saturday night, catch a Blues Brothers tribute from 6:30 p.m. It's the monthly Metal of Britain night at the Gardener's Arms pub. Heat Wave Headbang, they're calling it this time. Headbanging there starts at 7 p.m. On a slightly more sedate theme, the U3A Singers are at Christchurch Halls in Uxbridge on Saturday with songs for a summer evening, including My Fair Lady and Guys and Dolls. That's from 7:30. Uxbridge Choral Society are in the mood for summer at St Anselm's Church in Hayes. Conductor Tim Armstrong Taylor will lead music from the Great American Songbook from 7:30. Big Gilson and Blues Dynamite play Tropic at Ruislip from 8:30. Big Gilson is a Brazilian blues rock guitarist who's gigged for many years in Brazil, Argentina, Europe and the USA. The King's Arms in Harefield have the Regulators on Saturday from 9:30, described as a Trojan reggae ska band. And the last one for Saturday, the Late Nighters are at the Black Bull in South Ruislip from 10 p.m. They're a four-piece band playing music from the 90s and noughties with a few classics thrown in. Sunday 30th of June and the Queensmead car boot sale is on from 7 a.m. at Queensmead School in South Ruislip. Set up from 7 a.m. and entrances via goals. Michael Sabel Hospice are running their sponsored 30-mile bike ride in aid of the hospice at Mount Vernon Hospital. Check-in there is 7:30 a.m. And more cycling? Join a guided medium-length bike ride from Botwell Sports and Leisure Centre at 10 a.m. Medium length means around 20 miles with a stop for refreshments. At Pinewood Cinema in Pinewood Studios, catch Amazing Grace featuring Aretha Franklin. It captures a recording session in a Los Angeles Baptist church in 1972. The resulting live album went on to become one of the most successful gospel records of all time. That'll be a great venue to watch that. Some great seats and great sound. Sunday evening, Trad Folk Experience pop up at the Black Bull. They're a traditional Irish folk band playing a mix of Irish songs and ballads from artists like the Dubliners, Clancy Brothers, Clanad and Christy Moore. Lastly, for Sunday night at Champers in Eastcote, the Beatniks are on from 9 p.m. 60s and 70s pop and rock is what you'll be hearing down there, covering the Beatles, Stones, Kinks, The Who, The Hollies, Simon and Garfunkel and loads more. Now, if you're a fan of comedy and fancy seeing behind the scenes of a comedy show being filmed, Josh Widdicombe and James Acaster's show Hypothetical is filming at Pinewood Studios over July and August. To register for audience tickets, head to sroaudiences.com. And coming up in the diary, don't forget New Force Wrestling at Ivor Village Hall on July 6th, the Ickenham 5-mile race on July 7th, and the Hillingdon Race for Life in aid of cancer research on July 13th. That's all the events for this week. Thanks for listening and sharing with your friends. You're up to date. And if you're running an event, make sure you tell us. It's What's On at uxbridgefm.co.uk via email or WhatsApp us on 07403 482 457. Catch you next week for another Uxbridge update.
Join us on social media. Search Uxbridge FM.